Hello! In this video, we'll think about tips for effective Googling. As you begin to think about how illusion works as a poetic device, knowing how to Google things in very strategic ways can help unearth new illusions and therefore illuminate different facets of the poem that you're reading. So let's get started. This is George Boole. The reason we're talking about George Boole, a 19th century mathematician, in a video about how to Google things properly, is because Google works according to the mechanisms that he outlined in some of his logical treatises and the operators that he formulated in service of other arguments. Google's really effective at finding things. If you know how to use these logical operators and understand a little bit about how they work, you can really make Google work for you. He identified three types of logical operators, which are just kind of like addition with words, essentially. The first operator is a conjunction. We're familiar with a number of conjunctions, a number of semantic or syntactical conjunctions. Of course, we have our fanboys acronym. The conjunctions that we know are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Though there's only 7 coordinating conjunctions that we've learned that can operate in different ways within a sentence, Boole restricts his logical conjunctions just to a few. So for, and, but, yet, and so. All of these are an additive conjunction. That's why he's calling them conjunctions. He's differentiating the additive conjunctions from the disjunctive conjunctions in order to make a point about how you can add and subtract words together. So nor and or are both logical negations. They're kind of like conjunctions, but in a negative way, if you will. He's made this distinction on a logical level, and we're making it on a semantic level. As you begin to think about how you can use these conjunctions, whether Boole's logical ones or our semantic ones, in the course of your Googling, the thing that you need to keep in mind is that for Google, all of the conjunctive conjunctions, so all of the logical conjunctions that Boole identified, really boil down to the word and that you can use in your Google searches. And then the disjunctions really boil down to the word or. This brings us to this video's main act, which is how to affect Google wizardry with Boolean operators. The key is putting quotation marks around the phrase that you're trying to investigate a little bit more. That will return exactly what's between those quotation marks. Anything that doesn't have that string of text in that specific configuration won't appear in your search results if you put that configuration between quotation marks. You can add different chunks of quotation marks together. So for example, if you type into the Google search bar text A with quotation marks and then the word and, which is a Boolean operator, and then text B in quotation marks, all of your results will contain both the specific string of text contained in the very first quotation mark chunk, so text A, and they'll also contain text B in that specific configuration that you're specifying. So your search results will return items that have both of those terms that you've specified. That's what that coordinating operator and does in the Google search bar. Disjunctions work in a kind of similar way. When you put text A or text B, you'll return text containing at least one of those terms. They'll have either text A or text B. Negation is another thing that you might want to keep in mind. Instead of typing the word not, which Google doesn't necessarily recognize, you can simply type a hyphen or any kind of dash that you want to include just before your text B. That will eliminate everything that comes immediately thereafter, but we'll still keep in that first chunk that you have. So using this kind of technique is really useful to find other illusions or in particular other uses of a very specific phrase or set of words. It's also really helpful when you want to exclude results from your search results. Maybe you're typing, maybe you're getting all these results that aren't relevant, and all of the non-relevant results include some, other specific string of text or words. You can exclude all of those specific strings or words from your search, and then Google will filter out all the riffraff and really actually serve you what you were looking for in the first place. So if you need more information on how exactly to make these things work for you, I'll leave some links in the description to this video, and hopefully you'll be able to find what you're looking for. That's it for now. Goodbye.